Dr. Jaffe, would you talk to us about the mind-body-spirit connection and why that is so important when we talk about healing?
Well, first and foremost, your mind and your body are always connected. There's a gut nervous system and a central nervous system, and they're in communion. They're not just in communication, they're in a very intimate communion. Now, I didn't learn about this in Boston. I didn't learn about this at NIH because we had a rather mechanistic view until rather recently of how the body functions. In the last few decades, in part because of the Mind and Life Institute, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has gotten together a group of scientists and advanced meditating monks, and at the first meeting some 30 years ago, His Holiness said, the monks are going to learn science and the scientists need to practice meditation. So it's not an academic exercise when we talk about staying with your breath as a refuge. And by the way, over the last few millennia, that's 1,000 years or more, from Ayurveda to Indian medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, Kampo Japanese medicine, and other traditions of wisdom-based healthcare have all said one thing in common. Learn how to breathe, and when you're under stress, keep breathing. It seems too simple to be true, but if you want to lower your stress cortisol and raise your healthy DHEA, if you want to lower your stress adrenaline and raise your serotonin, if you want to have a healthy neurochemistry in your brain, in your gut, and in your body, keep breathing. It's not as simple as that, but it's a very important component of the human stress response. When we know how to keep breathing under stress, we can release moment by moment, breath by breath, what would already accumulate within us as a stressful neurohormonal response. So we can practice mindfulness, we can practice greater awareness, we can choose to keep breathing as long as we're alive. And by the way, each time you hold your breath for a while, you're not quite that alive. So keep breathing, my friend. It is a practice. It took me years of practice to gain the ability to be aware that under stress, I would, like most Americans, like most Western people, like most Europeans, I would hold my breath. Why? Well, because as a child, I had traumas. Well, yes, as a child we have traumas. Let's transcend those traumas, let's grow beyond them, let's mature to be adults so that we're not at the mercy of, we're not at the effect of, we're not under the control of some childhood trauma. And no, we can't blame mom and dad for all of this. Yes, where we come from is important, but more important is where we're going. And where we're going is toward a healthier, more alive state of awareness based on being mindfulness, based on the practice of mindfulness, which you can call prayer or active meditation, the Western tradition, the way Dr. Robert Leichman wrote a wonderful book, or you can just call it being aware. And what I call it's being alive. So let's be alive together.